This has been something that's been a train going down the track for a while, and a huge move for the Nets.
And that's it. It's over. This historic 2020 NBA championship belongs to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Fades away from the rim. It's the presence of Giannis.
And then a couple off the glass. Another 30-point finals game for Steph Curry. He has taken all the life out of the building here right now.
That Kevin Durant has requested a trade from the Brooklyn Nets.
And it got to a point where he had to make a move because in the end, Kevin Durant was looking very, very bad.
There's one question that's been on my mind, and I don't even know if I have the answer to it yet, but thanks to y'all, I have this platform to hash out my thoughts. What are we supposed to think about Kevin Durant now? This is Topic Tackle. Let's go. What's good, people? JC3 here, and if you follow the channel over the years, you know that I've stood up for Kevin Durant time and time again. When he went to the Warriors and seemingly everyone was bashing him, I made the case that he made the right move and handled business by winning 2 Finals MVPs. When he left Golden State to play with Kyrie, I supported his decision to play with one of his close friends and someone whose game he's admired over the years. When he was a big toe away from single-handedly lifting the Nets over the eventual champions, I applauded his efforts and credited his leadership. And now, here we are in the 2022 offseason, and KD wants out of Brooklyn with a full 4 years to play on an extension inked just a year ago. Now, as opposed to the traditional clickbait reactionary media, my initial reaction to this news wasn't, oh, Kevin Durant is running from leadership again, or oh, it's gotta be all Kyrie's fault. No, what came to mind first was, what do I not know about the inner workings of the Brooklyn Nets leadership that made an untradeable player like KD want out? And that, people, is something I don't have the answer to, but think about it. Generational players like Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Steph Curry, Giannis decide their own destiny through free agency. They don't ask for trades. So, to quote Brian Windhorst, what's going on in Utah? What's going on in Brooklyn? What is going on within the leadership of that organization? I'm talking ownership, management, coaching, that made a superstar with a win now mentality announce to the whole world that he doesn't think that's gonna happen in Brooklyn by requesting a trade. Perhaps it does have something to do with Kyrie, because as great of a player that he is, some type of drama seems to follow him whether he wants it or not. Perhaps it has something to do with Ben Simmons, because once again, a team that Kevin Durant played on decided to trade James Harden and in return has not gotten back the same level of productivity. But all this aside, the question posed at the beginning of the video remains, what are we supposed to think about Kevin Durant now? Doesn't he have to own some of this mess? And the answer from one of his biggest supporters is yes. Because when you're in the running for the best player in the NBA, and the 3 other guys who could be considered the league's best player all win championships since you joined the Brooklyn Nets, especially when one of them left to build a championship team just like you did and accomplish the goal. Another one of them beat you en route to accomplishing the goal. And another one of them overcame the doubt and became a finals MVP without you. It's just not a good look. I believe that Kevin Durant has it in him to lead a team. And no, I'm not one of those unrealistic fans who says he needs to lead the Magic or some team like that to a title to prove himself, because championship teams are going to consist of at least co-stars on the roster, if not a big 3. And we've seen KD show his takeover ability and leadership in the Tokyo Team USA run to gold. At this point though, I'm starting to wonder if KD wants to be that guy on a team that is considered his team. Alright, because after his first championship with the Warriors, he said the following to GQ: Steph Curry is the face of the franchise, and that helps me out because I don't have to. I don't want to be that leader. I'm not a leader. I'm bad at saying stand behind me and follow me. No, I'm one of those guys that's just like, let's do this-ish together. Let's work everybody together. I don't mind being on the front line with you, but let's come and do it together. That's my way of leadership. I'm leading by example. Okay, so does this mean that KD isn't a leader? Not necessarily. He's just not a leader that we're accustomed to seeing. He's not loud with his teammates like MJ, Kobe, and LeBron. And because he hasn't won a title without Golden State yet, he's not going to get the credit for leading a team to a ring that Kawhi, LeBron, Giannis, and Steph has. Alright, let's pause for a quick shout out to Rakuten, who is not sponsoring this video by the way. They're just the #1 option for cashback with online shopping. I use Rakuten whether it's through the website or the app every time I shop online, and I have a link in the description down below. Now, I'm completely transparent. This is an affiliate link. I will get credit if you go to this link, but most importantly, you will get credit, because when you spend $30, you'll get $30 back, and whatever store that you're shopping at, depending on the cash back that they're giving right now, you'll get that percentage back as well. It's legit. I've used this for years. Think about it like this. Support my channel through the link by buying whatever you want online. That's a pretty good deal, right? Let's get back to the video. He'll always be considered one of the greatest, if not the greatest scorer ever. There's no doubt in my mind that he's a clutch player. His skill at his size has never been seen before, but there's a title run missing from his resume that would catapult him into a new echelon of all-time greats. His career right now looks like LeBron without the Cleveland and LA championships. It looks like Kawhi without the Raptors championship. It looks like Curry without the 2022 championship. Look, I'm sure if I brought this argument before Durant, he'd tell me to get lost with the narrative garbage, and for the most part, I steer clear of the narratives and focus on the game, and from a basketball perspective, there's no doubt that KD has been one of the best to ever lace him up. But when you put out tweets like, "Did you add to your legacy today?" I can't help but think that this is the one thing that Kevin Durant can do to add to his legacy. Ultimately, KD and his team are going to make decisions based on what they think is best for them, not only in basketball, but in life. And if they think that getting out of Brooklyn is the best option, who am I to argue? Still, strictly from a basketball point of view, 2020 was a lost year due to injury and COVID. 2021 was injuries and a big toe. 2022 was a mix of injuries and off-court decisions that led to a team with little to no chemistry running into the hottest team in the league. Would KD be doing himself a disservice to not run it back with a healthy squad for at least one more year? I think so. KD's request for a trade is starting to look more and more like Kobe's in 2007, with both being franchise players, both having 4 years remaining on their contracts, as Kobe signed a 7-year, $136.4 million contract with the Lakers in the summer of 2004, and KD signed a 4-year, $194.2 million extension in 2021, and both demanding top value from other teams in a deal for their current team to get an equal return. And at this point, teams aren't willing to gut their rosters to trade for Durant. Really, the only team with the pieces to trade for him and keep their stars is Golden State, but I don't think either side really wants that at this point. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. What do you think of Kevin Durant now, and do you think he gets traded? We'll be back with more Topic Tackle coming soon. Stay solid, people.